Imagine a world without the reliable trail cams that folks set up in forests and other amazing spots across the globe. We'd for sure miss out on a lot of awesome and some downright bizarre and spooky things. Let's dive into 20 super creepy things caught on trail cams. Bigfoot. Back in January 2015, a kid named McCamey reported capturing footage of an unrecognizable figure while kayaking in a swamp close to Tampa. He mentioned hearing a noise and spotting some odd movement among the trees. At first, what appeared to be a large, hairy creature seemed bear-like, but upon getting closer, it clearly wasn't a bear. It navigated the dense, alligator-filled swamp with ease, using its long arms to swing along, a skill not typically associated with bears. After sharing the footage, he got all sorts of guesses about the mysterious creature, while some outright dismissed it as a hoax. Was it a real skunk ape, a Bigfoot, or just someone in a suit? What do you think? Skinwalker. 4 years ago in Australia, someone captured a chilling moment while driving through a deserted forest at night. Suddenly, something unexpected appeared in front of his car. Initially thinking it was just a wild animal crossing, he stopped to film it, but what he ended up recording was downright terrifying. Caught in the car's headlights, a bizarre humanoid figure with ghostly pale skin darted across the road on all fours, vanishing into the darkness on the other side. Despite sharing the video online, no one has yet been able to pinpoint exactly what the creature was. However, some speculate it could be a skinwalker or some other nocturnal entity. Any ideas on what it might be? Mysterious dog monkey creature. In August 2017, a video surfaced of a cyclist capturing his ride along a narrow path beside a village. Everything was smooth sailing at first, but as he made his way through a tight tunnel after 4 turns, a bizarre creature that looked like a mix between a dog and a monkey leaped down from the wall at the end, making an odd noise. Luckily, he dodged a collision, but when he glanced back to get another look at the creature, it had vanished. Frightening encounter. A 15-year-old mountain biker shared a video of a scary run-in with a sizable black bear while he was out recording his biking tricks. This went down in August 2021 as the kid zoomed out of the woods on his bike and crossed in front of the camera. You can hear him calling out anxiously right after. All of a sudden, he comes racing back into view, glancing over his shoulder repeatedly, and that's when a big black bear shows up, hot on the kid's trail. The biker was quick thinking, using his bike to make himself look bigger and shouting loudly, which was enough to spook the bear. The bear then turned its attention to the camera for a bit before finally taking off, leaving the biker to continue his adventure solo. Bigfoot, is that you? A trail cam set up in a mystery spot caught a shadowy figure moving across from one side to the other against a dark backdrop. The person who set up the cam was totally blown away by what they captured and decided to share the footage on social media for folks online to take a crack at identifying it. For the Bigfoot enthusiasts out there, the sight of this large, furry creature wandering through the forest was a dead giveaway for Bigfoot. However, others speculated it could be a large ape or something similar. So, any ideas on your end? Because the person who uploaded the video is still scratching their head over what this mysterious figure could be. Weird artifact. This time, a trail cam caught something way out there, beyond the usual animals and Bigfoot sightings. Something so odd that you'd hardly believe it if it hadn't been recorded. Towards the end of 2022, a Reddit user shared a truly peculiar video with the caption, "Weird artifact in a CCTV camera, from outside my dad's workplace." At first, the footage seems pretty standard, just showing a path through the trees. But then, things take a wild and spooky turn as an utterly bizarre creature steps out from the forest. On first look, it seems like a creepy figure moving in a really eerie way, leaving everyone scratching their heads over what it could possibly be. Got any ideas on what this chilling figure might be? The Legend of Skunk Ape. Nearly 20 years ago, in the lush wetlands of Florida, footage captured a large, hairy, human-like creature wandering boldly across an Everglades field. This area, known for its secretive and enigmatic skunk apes, considered the southern cousins of Bigfoot, akin to a Yeti or Sasquatch, led to speculation that the creature was indeed a skunk ape. Descriptions peg it at about 8 feet tall and roughly 450 pounds. There have been reports of people spotting this same being at night too. It could have been some type of primate on the loose, or maybe, just maybe, it was a genuine Bigfoot or skunk ape. If anyone has more insights, we'd love to hear from you. Graveyard Ghost. A video captured in an undisclosed location reveals an odd creature. The individual who recorded it mentioned hearing bizarre sounds emanating from a nearby graveyard for several days. Curiosity led them to explore, but the venture didn't turn out as expected. Have a look. A spooky creature with elongated limbs rose from a grave and approached him in a sinister way. He managed to evade the entity by dashing home and posted the brief footage online to gather insights about this mysterious figure. While the video left some viewers genuinely startled, others dismissed it as a fake. What's your take on it? Three-legged doe. Trail cams don't just capture extraordinary wildlife or astounding behavior, they occasionally document animals fighting for survival. Take, for example, this three-legged doe spotted making her way on just 3 legs, missing most of her left foreleg below the knee. This doe has been celebrated for leading an active life for over 4 years. The individual who captured her image first noted that she has also managed to give birth each year since then. Given the normal appearance of the remaining part of her leg, it's believed she lost the lower section due to an injury when she was younger. Bear versus mirror. Mirrors are placed in forests to investigate whether animals can recognize themselves, a test of their self-awareness. However, a trail cam hilariously recorded a bear's bewildered reaction upon encountering its reflection for the first time. Spotting the mirror mounted on a pole, the bear was initially taken aback by the sight of its own image. It quickly jumped back, then cautiously peeked again, suspecting another bear was present. The bear approached from behind, attempting to confront its rival, yet found no one. Overcome with frustration, it then pulled the mirror down, still searching for the elusive adversary. Elephant baby rescued. In a video from June 2017, an Asian elephant mother becomes visibly alarmed and springs into action after her curious 1-year-old calf ventures too close to the edge of a pool and ends up falling in. While the calf was capable of swimming and managed to keep breathing by keeping its trunk above water, the elephant family, fully aware yet concerned, quickly intervened to rescue the calf, which wasn't actually in danger of drowning, ensuring its safe return to dry land. Such dramatic reactions are typical among elephants, known for their strong family ties. Even an elephant on the opposite side of the fence was seen pacing anxiously back and forth, reflecting their deep bond. Pigs versus bear. Mary and Hammy, the resident pigs of New Milford, shot to fame for their courageous stand against a hungry black bear that decided to drop by their pen. As the bear scoped out their space, Mary was seen gearing up to confront the unwelcome guest. The bear scaled the fence and managed to drop into the enclosure on its second try, but Mary didn't hesitate to charge at it. At the sound of the disturbance, Hammy bolted from the pigsty, rammed the bear, and cornered it. After a tense standoff, the bear finally managed to escape over the fence, and peace returned as all 3 animals resumed their normal activities. Coyote attacked deer. Coyotes are formidable predators, and contrary to the belief of some that coyotes don't pose a threat to deer, we've got evidence that might prove otherwise. A trail cam captured a coyote in the act of attacking a deer, launching at the deer's neck and aiming for a lethal strike while the unfortunate deer fought desperately for survival. Shockingly, later on, the same doe was observed resting, with a buck wandering nearby. It appears the buck might have intervened and scared the coyote away, allowing the doe to get up and survive. While we didn't catch this on camera, it's a plausible scenario that could have occurred after the camera rebooted, as indicated by the time-lapse observed. Fire Devil. In June 2017, a scene straight out of the apocalypse unfolded as a rare fire whirl, also known as a fire devil, blazed through the wildfires in Portugal. This extraordinary event was caught on camera amid the central regions of Portugal, which were severely affected by wildfires due to an extensive drought, sending a fiery spiral of flames and ash into the night sky. This incredible fire tornado emerged from the combination of intense flames and swirling dust, forming a fiery vortex driven by unseen spiraling winds. marking one of Portugal's most devastating fire incidents. This catastrophe claimed the lives of over 60 people. Bobcat attacked rattled snake. A trail cam caught a bobcat meandering around when it suddenly got distracted by something to its left and decided to investigate. Right there, in front of the camera, a rattlesnake made a bold move towards the bobcat, sparking a fierce battle. Initially, I was convinced the bobcat was in trouble. However, I underestimated its prowess. The bobcat managed to pin the snake's head down, grabbing it firmly to prevent any further attacks. With a powerful bite, the bobcat secured its victory. After the skirmish, the bobcat indulged in a sand bath, looking as content and proud as ever with its prey in tow, savoring its moment of triumph. White raccoon. In December 2011, a small creature accidentally tumbled into an underground cave, finding itself trapped without access to food or water. Fortunately, a trail cam recorded the ordeal, guiding a rescue team to the location. To their amazement, they discovered an albino raccoon, a sight none of them had ever encountered before, just like many others. The team considered themselves fortunate to rescue the albino raccoon, a rare find among the raccoon population, distinguished by its lack of pigmentation, which affects the color of its skin, hair, and eyes. Given that raccoons typically have dark fur, coming across this unique albino was truly a startling discovery. Animals stuck in trees. Life in the wilderness carries the risk of getting trapped at any moment, and without rescue, the outcome can be dire. Take, for example, this unfortunate elk, whose antlers, though resembling a splendid crown, ironically led to its demise. It's possible the elk was rubbing its antlers when it became ensnared between trees, ultimately leading to its tragic end. In a similar unfortunate event, another buck was discovered with its large antlers tightly entangled in tree branches. With no one around to free it, the poor buck ultimately lost its life. Leopard in trouble. Seeing raccoons with their heads stuck in jars happens quite often, but have you ever come across a big cat in a similar predicament? I bet you haven't. So, let's take a look, guys. Back in September 2015, a leopard found itself in a peculiar and unfortunate situation in a small Indian village. In search of water, the thirsty creature ended up with its head trapped in a metal pot and began wandering the streets in search of assistance. Thankfully, a rescue team managed to sedate the leopard and, after 6 hours of effort, successfully removed the pot from its head, releasing the big cat back into the wild. Two-legged fox. In the UK, a wildlife enthusiast managed to capture footage of an unexpectedly agile visitor in his garden, quickly captivating millions of viewers. The brief clip showcased a fox deftly navigating the area in pursuit of food. Upon closer inspection, it was revealed to be a two-legged animal, a sight not previously recorded. The fox, believed to have been born without its hind legs given its proficient mobility, was affectionately dubbed Flexi by the observer. In anticipation of capturing more of Flexi's visits, new cameras have been set up around the garden. Rare piebald deer herd. In December 2015, an exceptionally rare sighting occurred in Wisconsin with the discovery of an entire herd of piebald deer. Piebald deer, which are born once in approximately 20,000 births, presented a remarkable sight as seeing such unique and majestic creatures together is an extremely rare occurrence, especially since spotting even a single piebald is a rarity. Their scarcity is also attributed to overhunting. Many advocates argue that piebald deer should be treated with the same respect as albino deer, suggesting they should be left undisturbed. Some states have even implemented regulations to prevent their hunting. Genetically unusual deer. Video captured in December 2010 reveals an odd creature strolling past the camera. At first glance, it seemed to be a deer sporting massive antlers, but a closer inspection revealed the antlers resembled a cluster of some sort. The night vision made it tricky to determine exactly what was up with the animal. However, some experts believe it was clear that this deer had undergone a mutation, or it might have been dealing with antler warts, which made its antlers look bizarrely knobbed. Bull elk stuck in the mud. So, this time, a trail cam caught a 6-point bull elk caught in a real mess. This stunning Oregon elk got stuck in a mud pit, struggling to break free. Realizing he couldn't haul himself out of this sticky situation alone, he started belting out bugles for some backup. And guess what? His calls paid off, catching the attention of a rescue squad nearby who managed to drag the big guy out. Bear chasing horses. The video kicks off with a pack of wild horses wildly dashing through the Alberta woods, kicking up a massive dust cloud in their wake. Among them, a white foal is seen desperately trying to keep up as they all run for their lives. Out of the dusty haze, a massive starving grizzly bear emerges, hot on the horse's heels. They zoom past one camera with the grizzly in hot pursuit at a full gallop. However, it's left unclear if the bear managed to catch up, because in the next shot, we only see the bear narrowing the gap, possibly eyeing the young horse as its intended target. Golden eagle flew with fox. The video starts off with a stunning scene of a golden eagle perched on the edge of a cliff, its sharp claws embedded in its prey, surrounded by tufts of fur scattered on the ground. Next, this magnificent bird takes off, clutching a fox in its talons, and disappears from view. This breathtaking moment highlights the incredible power of the golden eagle, a bird famed for its ability to overpower animals much larger than a fox. Indeed, these eagles are capable of subduing sizable prey, but in this case, the fox was already lifeless, making the eagle's departure seem almost effortless for the formidable raptor. Kingfisher beak stuck. A video uploaded in February of the previous year raised alarm among bird enthusiasts. It featured a brief moment where a man discovers a small kingfisher with its beak embedded in a tree trunk, struggling to free itself. It's rare for a kingfisher to drill into trees, but it seems the bird mistook the soft trunk of a banana tree for a source of sweet nectar and got stuck. Luckily, the little nectar seeker was found in time by a passerby who carefully freed its beak, allowing the kingfisher to fly off once more. Color-changing squid. Just like peacocks, male squids in Australia, stretching about half a meter in length, put on a dazzling show to woo the females. They perform a sort of underwater ballet, constantly shifting their colors until they find a mate. The male then hands over a sperm packet, and the female uses it to fertilize her eggs before securing them in rubbery cases. In just a few weeks, these eggs hatch, releasing offspring that also have the remarkable ability to change colors. Elephant goes for swim. Rachin, an elephant from the Andaman Islands, India, has a passion for swimming in the Bay of Bengal. His trainer, who has raised him and shares a unique connection with him, always accompanies him. To keep Rachin safe, especially now that he's getting older and more susceptible to drowning, the trainer takes careful measures to prevent them from straying into deeper waters. Pond restocking. Gone wrong. A video uploaded on October 12, 2021 from Prata, Minas Gerais, Brazil captures the incident where a man tasked with releasing a batch of fish accidentally falls into the pond himself. The spot was notably steep, and due to the forceful water flow and the presence of numerous fish, the man almost seemed to vanish into the pond upon falling. Luckily, he emerged from the mishap without any significant injuries, walking away from the incident unscathed. Six-eyed sand spider. The six-eyed sand spider, also known as Sicarius thomisoides, isn't only daunting in appearance but ranks among the most venomous spiders globally. Footage from March 26, 2019 in Murrieta, California showcases one of these spiders, which, despite its deadly nature, is surprisingly timid. It tends to avoid confrontation and hides away. This spider possesses cytotoxic venom, which it uses to dissolve tissue and capture prey. These spiders are native to the arid deserts and forests of Africa, South America, and Central America. Snakes in stuffed toy. This situation could have easily turned into a disaster had it not been caught in time. An anonymously shared video reveals a stuffed toy crocodile that was unexpectedly filled with cobra snakes. The event unfolded in northern Japan when a child's parent noticed the toy moving and feeling heavier than normal. The discovery was shocking enough to prompt them to dispose of it immediately. Snake experts were then summoned to the scene and handled the situation. Desert creature. This could range from a reclusive scorpion to a peace-seeking spider. A video taken on November 8, 2020, features a creature diligently working to create a dwelling for itself. After burrowing into the ground, it begins to excavate dirt, likely aiming to construct a refuge. However, its actions might also suggest it's attempting to conceal itself, or possibly even signaling the person filming to keep their distance. Long-eared jerboa. The long-eared jerboa is a remarkable mammal residing in the deserts of China and Mongolia. These creatures are quite elusive and are listed as endangered species. With their mouse-sized kangaroo appearance, massive ears, and a demeanor that's both adorable and amusing, they've earned the nickname the Mickey Mouse of the desert. This rare animal was captured on camera by a Zoological Society of London expedition in the Mongolian Gobi Desert on December 10, 2007, as part of an effort to locate and evaluate the species. Stray dog stuck in molten rubber. In December 2020, a wandering dog was saved after getting trapped in molten rubber. This occurred in Thailand, where the dog accidentally wandered into rubberized asphalt left behind by negligent workers next to a silo. The light brown dog stepped into the dense, sticky substance and became ensnared. Only a small part of its mouth was visible for breathing, while the rest of its body was engulfed in the harmful mix. Supatra Baisri, a kind-hearted individual, stumbled upon the dog during a walk and promptly alerted the authorities. They quickly arrived and employed an excavator to free the dog from its sticky prison. Nearby factory workers then carefully applied benzene oil to the dog, helping to dissolve the rubber without causing severe damage to its skin and fur. Koala reaction on defeat. The rarity of koalas throwing tantrums adds a layer of fascination to this event. A video from September 2019 captures the intense moments when two koalas engaged in a fierce fight at an animal sanctuary in South Australia. The altercation begins when a male koala approaches a female perched atop a tree, sparking the conflict. The scene escalates as they screech and shriek in anger, trading hits and wrestling their way down the tree to continue their clash on the ground. The battle ends with the male koala admitting defeat, marked by his screams of frustration. An employee of the sanctuary who recorded the incident remarked that it was an unprecedented spectacle in his experience. Strange snake. Among different snake species, this one appears to be particularly elusive, excelling in camouflage rather than confrontation. A video taken on June 11, 2019, in the United Arab Emirates features a snake that showcases a distinctive slinking technique to stealthily move across the ground. An expert noted that these snakes typically prefer to stay hidden during daylight hours due to their venomous nature. They are more active at night when visibility improves for them. Chimp flying drone. Hold on, is that a chimp piloting a drone? It sure looks like it. This footage from 2020 was captured by cognitive psychologists, curious about whether chimps could master the skill of drone flying. Considering monkeys have been taught to drive and even sent into space, maneuvering drones seems like a relatively simple task for these intelligent primates. And let's be honest, they look absolutely adorable doing it, right? Giant anaconda. Everyone's worst fear come to life. Yep, that's an actual anaconda. Discovered in the Caribbean by a team clearing a section of the Dominica rainforest, this massive snake was so enormous that the workers needed a crane to move it safely. As soon as the footage hit the internet, it astonished people online, with many saying it was the largest snake they'd ever seen. The mere idea of such a creature's existence has left us all in awe. Man surfing with two dogs. Dog owners, here's a completely different way to spend time together. A video shared on July 26, 2022 features a former world champion tandem surfer who is also a dog owner, riding some big waves with his dogs joining him on the surfboard. While it might pose a risk to both the dogs and their owner, it definitely looks like he's leading a little team on their sea adventure. Rat taking a shower. This rodent stands out from the crowd for its apparent understanding of cleanliness. A video from January 2018 captures a rat seemingly engaging in a bath, soaked in soap and upright on its hind legs. The setting appears to be somewhat akin to a bathroom, based on the backdrop, If all rodents took hygiene as seriously, perhaps they wouldn't be viewed as hazardous and repulsive. Deer plays dead. This represents a significant feat for the deer, successfully evading the hunter. A video shared in November 2013 depicts a deer that feigned death until it spotted a chance to break free. The hunter's body language suggested he was thoroughly convinced the deer was dead, especially as he approached it. The presence of blood made the deer's act appear even more convincing. Just when the hunter, standing right beside the deer and believing it to be deceased, gave it the perfect moment to suddenly rise and dash off, completely catching him off guard. Mysterious Tower of Light hovers. In Hollywood films, aliens usually target the United States, but it seems they've made their way to China in reality. On September 10, 2021, people in Shenyang, China, didn't waste any time pulling out their phones to capture footage of a massive pillar of light that emerged unexpectedly. It resembled a lit-up skyscraper standing in the sky. After some time, the mysterious light vanished, leaving experts puzzled about what it could have been. Twiggy the water-skiing squirrel. Twiggy stands out as a unique celebrity in the animal world, famous for her water-skiing skills. This snapshot from her performance on July 2, 2015 showcases her doing laps on water skis, entertaining the audience at the X Games in Austin, Texas. Given the right training and quick reflexes, a squirrel like Twiggy shows that even the most astonishing feats are within reach. Whale surprises guy. A narrow escape and an up-close encounter. In June 2017, a kayaker had a heart-stopping moment when he unexpectedly came face-to-face with a massive whale, narrowly avoiding its gaping mouth. He captured the encounter from a unique perspective, but the situation could have easily taken a dangerous turn, with the potential for drowning or, in a worst-case scenario, being accidentally swallowed, which would have likely had a grim outcome. Snow leopard slips from cliff. Even the strongest can have a moment of weakness. On April 12, 2018, a hiker managed to observe a snow leopard from a safe distance in the mountainous regions of northern India. Early in the footage, the leopard slipped and fell off a cliff it was traversing, possibly due to a momentary distraction, but shortly after, it brushed off the fall and moved on. Despite the declining population of snow leopards, these creatures are perfectly adapted to navigate the most challenging terrains effortlessly. They prey on herbivores like the ibex and wild sheep, which are also adept at climbing steep slopes. Snow leopards inhabit various countries, including China, Bhutan, Nepal, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Russia, and Mongolia. Polar bears and dogs playing. Bears, regardless of their species, are typically recognized for their aggressive nature. That's why it's intriguing to witness them interacting playfully with smaller animals. A video from October 24, 2007 depicts an unusual relationship between polar bears and dogs. The bears appear to engage with the dogs in a manner reminiscent of familial play. After all, bears can resemble teddy bears, but this demeanor isn't typical when they're hungry. Fish cross the road. Situations like these make fishing seem like a breeze. In November 2016, heavy rainfall caused flooding along a low-lying road by the Skokomish River in Washington state. This inundation not only brought an abundance of water, but also ushered in large quantities of fish. These fish had to navigate through the shallow floodwaters to reach the other side of the river, resembling tiny torpedoes in the process. Vulture lands on paraglider. In today's struggling economy, who would pass up a free carpool opportunity? Video taken in October 2020 by paragliding instructor Scott Mason captured the moment when he was taken aback by a black vulture landing on his selfie stick, as if both of them were traveling in the same direction. They appeared to enjoy each other's company as they soared above the Spanish mountains, taking in the breathtaking view. Guided by an angel. In 2019, in Adana, Turkey, something bizarre happened. An unknown guy strolling down the street walked up to a store owner, tapped him on the shoulder, and then just walked off. After feeling this odd tap, the owner turned around but only caught sight of a white van driving by. Out of nowhere, a huge metal grid shot out from the back of the van, aimed right at him. Luckily, he ducked just in time, narrowly escaping what could have been a disastrous incident. Shaken, he looked around to see who had given him that life-saving heads up, but there was no one in sight. Seagull frozen mid-air. This might have been a drone or a seagull that seemed to freeze in mid-air. A mysterious video popped up on November 12, 2018, featuring a bird that looked like it was flying but eerily paused in mid-air, similar to a video game glitch where the screen freezes. This footage was shot near Wasaga Beach, and an expert mentioned that the strong winds in that region often make it tough for birds to fly smoothly in any direction. Dead whale found in Amazon. This unfortunate whale either got lost or was overtaken by natural forces. A video recorded on February 25, 2019, shows the moment locals discovered a 36-foot-long humpback whale dead in the Amazon. It was found on Marajo Island, close to Araruna Beach in Brazil, not far from the Amazon River. Scientists think the whale died in the ocean and its body was carried ashore by powerful winds and high tides. Upon examination, the whale, estimated to be a 12-month-old calf, showed no signs of injury. Airplane nearly crashes. The airplane crew must have had their hearts in their mouths, narrowly avoiding a collision with a mountain. Captured by a firefighter on the ground on January 26, 2021, this video shows a plane, which was on a mission to put out a fire, managing to veer away just in time to avoid disaster. While the fire intensified, it was a close call that could have ended in a catastrophic tragedy. Underwater atomic blast. Imagine setting off a test so massive, it grabs attention no matter where it happens. On July 18, 2021, footage was shared from a nuclear test that took place on May 16, 1958. In the blink of an eye after the detonation, a gigantic spray dome shot up, reaching 260 meters high within seconds. For 20 seconds, this dome kept expanding until it spanned 1,200 meters across. Then it began to collapse. The test involved a 9-kiloton TNT nuclear device that wreaked havoc on a target ship situated 3.4 miles from the blast center. The shockwaves from the blast were so powerful, they left the ship stranded with slight hull damage. Considering the destruction caused by weapons back then, it's chilling to think what today's arsenal could do. Ground crack opens. As scary as it sounds, this person didn't flinch in capturing the moment. A video uploaded on March 13, 2011 captures the ground literally splitting and shifting like it's just a sheet of paper during the 2011 earthquake in Japan. It shows groundwater gushing out, making it look as though it had just poured rain. Let's talk about the thumbnail. We came across this photo, supposedly taken in a forest in Russia. There's a little girl with a creepy expression on her face, right? Locals claim that ghosts have been sighted in that forest. However, we don't believe this is one of them. The image is quite sharp, perhaps enhanced with Photoshop, but it definitely appears to be a flesh and blood person. Could it be a girl in disguise? Is it a montage? We want to know what you think. Wicked tree. No matter how tough or old a tree is, usually a big machine can yank it right out of the ground. But there was this tree in a little village in Cameroon, Africa, that just wouldn't budge. A video that came out in February 2019 showed a bunch of people standing around, totally baffled by a tree that some said was used by witches for rituals. Despite giving it their all, the bulldozer's massive claws couldn't get the tree out. It kinda popped back up as if some invisible force was helping it stand straight every time they tried. This tree stayed a puzzle until they finally got it out and moved it somewhere no one knows. That concludes today's video, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. If you found the video intriguing, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could drop a comment below and give it a thumbs up. And remember, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest content.